A population of more than 3.7 million people, 261.8 million liters of water is required each day for drinking and other domestic use by Osun people. This statistics is based on the average of 70 liters of water need of an individual per day. However, situation of water before now in the state of Osun was appalling. Many pipes and tanks have been dry for long. Not more than 10.5% of water need of people was available. Total number of major water plants in the state is 14, with total designed capacity of 556,000 cubic meter per day. All the plants were constructed 25 years ago. They were operating below 20% of their installed capacity before present administration. They were at various states of disrepair. Mrs. Tawa Williams is the special advisor to Governor Rauf Aregbesola on water. To her, the situation called for an emergency as expansion work was never carried out in the last 2 decades.
When we came in 2010, the water supply situation was very bad. Most of the plants are in various states of disrepair, especially the old plants serving the major towns and small towns. And I can say that the totality of the Waterworks, we are producing less than 15% of the installed capacity. Apart from that, there were a lot of leakages and water could not be made available to people. Even the new plants, the so-called mini waterworks that were installed, about 35 of them. At that time we came in, there were only 4 that were functioning.
There was a time that Water Corporation was more or less a leper colony. Nobody wants to go there. For several years, we were in Siberia. Everybody knows where it is, but nobody wants to have anything to do with it.
But for 16 years, the ancient town of Ilesha has not had running pipes. Even the federal government contract awarded for the rehabilitation of Ilesha and Ile-Ife water dams in 2006 was abandoned in 2009.
When we came in year 2010, we found that Ilesha has, in the last 20 years, they have not got the pipe-borne water. Everybody depends on their borehole or well. We have a synergy with the federal government, who was working on the dam of both Ilesha and Ife before, since the year 2006, and they abandoned it in the year 2009. With the synergy existing between us, the federal government has re-awarded the contract for the Ilesha intake and the well. Right now they are working, and we are believing that in this year's budget they will be able to tackle the treatment plant and the transmission means, so that the loan that the state government borrowed will be used to lay the distribution network in Ilesha. So we are hopeful that in another 2.5 years' time, Ilesha will be singing a new song.
32 mini waterworks were constructed in various town centers during the Oyinlola administration, with a total capacity of 600 cubic meter per day. Boreholes were dug for primary supply, just as streams, falls, as well as water from small earth dams were made use of. However, almost all the facilities are non-functional today. These discoveries were shocking. That more than 3/4 of communities in the state lack potable water is quite alarming. This is contrary to the world order on water provision. Thus, the need for a quick life-saving intervention on water provision for the Osun people.
2011, shortly after we came in, we advised the governor that if we don't do something on an emergency basis, it is likely that the major waterworks will completely break down due to the malfunction before the financial engineering of the state takes place. So the governor took our advice, and between that time and now, 2 new low-leak pumps have been installed at the intake. We have bought generators for the high-leak pump. We have put in place 2 new transformers. We have also put in place dosing pumps for both the aluminium sulfate and the lime. And that is what is sustaining the system up till now. And I can tell you that right now we are producing about 30% of the capacity of the plant.
And before, because we had one, we were limited to the number of high-lift pumps we can use at any point of time. In fact, because the only power outdoor transformer working for the high-lift station was even giving sign of breakdown. So we were weary of loading it maximally. So I think the best we were doing then was 1 Osogbo, 1 Ede. Anytime we want to pump to Oloki, we will drop Ede. We will pump to Osogbo and Oloki. So that was the way we were doing it before. But now the emergency rehabilitation work addressed the problem of the intake pumps, the problem of the power supply at the high lift station, and it solves the problem of manual dosing.
At the inception of the system, we are supplying virtually almost 14 local governments, which is 150 villages and close to 50 towns. Then that is virtually 14 local governments.
Since this scheme was commissioned in 1986, it has never been rehabilitated. In fact, we have been producing less than 20% of the installed capacity.
This is an old generator. Here is a new generator being supplied during the intervention by this current administration. So I think the capacity, as I earlier said, is 1,500 kVA.
As we can see, these are the 2 brand new low-lift pumps that were replaced by this government. These are the 2 old ones that have not been removed. So the new intervention that is coming again to address full rehabilitation of these headwalls has made provision for replacement of these 2 old ones.
Here is a fine logo. It was originally designed that is 3 pump. 3, yes. 2 working, it's supposed to be 2 working, 1 standby. But currently, they are left with only 2. But this particular one that we are seeing here, it was recently resuscitated because for the past 15 or 20 years, the electric motor got born. It was barely last month that they are able to resuscitate this one and put it back. The fine logo for city on.
The Rauf Argbeshola administration has consistently met the need of the corporation, knowing that the state's revenue could rise when the people get more water to drink, and especially for commercial and industrial purposes. So, with the partial rehabilitation, the Osun Water Corporation has moved up from the 48 million naira generated annually.
Since the inception of the administration of Ogbeni Raouf Adesoji Aregbesola. In fact, the corporation has never had it so good.
Yes, this is the chemical warehouse. So this is the first time we are having this kind of last stock of chemical. And more are still coming. It's just because there are no more space where we can put them.
I can see it's just like we are walking through a maze.
And
yes, I want to assure the people of the state of Osun that by the middle of next year, substantial people living in the 13 local government being served by Ede Waterworks will have potable water in their tap. We have just moved our services to the bank. People should please endeavor to go to the bank to pay their water rate so that we can use this money to be able to maintain the system we are putting in place. The problem we had in the past was because there was not enough fund for maintenance and operation of the system. We are not going to charge them for what they don't get, but we are asking those who get, especially those who use our water for commercial purposes, to please pay up their water rates duly.
To serve our numerous consumers better, I want to make a special appeal that they should give prompt response to payment of bills. This will allow us to serve them.